games to 0 in that best of 3. It is now time for our second game, which is going to be Mount St. Mary's University, the newcomer to the Rocket League scene as well, here for the Mid-Atlantic Esports Conference, going up against the runners-up from last year in Shenandoah B. It's going to be very exciting. Again, we previewed it here a little bit before tossing to the break. Kind of curious to see what the Shenandoah team has to offer after such a successful run last year in the postseason.
Yeah, absolutely. Not only what they have to offer, but also who is coming to the table for this roster. Did they graduate any members? We'll be able to see here shortly. But for now, Mount St. Mary is really getting things started with a little bit of aggression coming out, but it's quickly sent back their way.
Absolutely. It's Mount St. Mary's University on the blue side, Shenandoah B on the orange side. Romeo can't get back in time. Or are we saying that ADMAC, or are we calling them AdMac?
Oh, let's go AdMac.
We're going to go with AdMac. We're going to go with AdMac until told otherwise. Opening up the scoring for Mount St. Mary's University on the board. 24-7.
Yeah, nice little start there. A few of these names do look familiar, John. Romeo coming back here for Shenandoah B. I believe I saw Gingy out there as well. Was also on that roster last season, making it up as the runners-up against their other Shenandoah A counterpart. But so far, a little bit of back and forth. No one really settling in super well. Mount St. Mary's with that first goal on the board, though.
Absolutely, and we cannot forget about Jax R. Better, who opens up the scoring for Shenandoah B, returning to that runner-up squad as well. They are out for a championship, and that lead for Mount St. Mary's not last long. Oh, even at 1.
Not at all. And if memory serves us right, John, I believe that is a full returning roster for Shenandoah B. So a lot of veteran presence coming in. We talked about that in the last matchup. Randolph-Macon returning all 3 of their players up against that GMUC squad that looked very different and went heavily in favor of Randolph-Macon in the end. We'll see if the same thing happens here with Shenandoah B up against some new blood as well.
Absolutely. The name is Bio, plays it in. Romeo with the interception, looks to go on the attack for Shenandoah B once again. AdMac now with the interception through midfield. Can't get the ball on target. Will be played off into the corner. Snuffles is there, looking for that centering feed, and the name is Bio on the midfield line, unable to get to it. Gingy has a chance, back post. And it's a beautiful play from Gingy for Shenandoah B, now in the lead.
Beautiful is just one way to put it, John. This is gorgeous. Look at that first tap. AdMac getting the initial save, but Gingy right there to redirect it the other direction. That is textbook Rocket League, getting the job done for a second goal for Shenandoah B.
Ball 1, roll 2, Shenandoah B in the lead here in game number 1. The ball on the line. Jax R. Better is there, taps it home, and it's 2 quick goals for Shenandoah B right off the face-off. It's a 2-goal lead.
And that veteran action already kicking off here. A nice initial shot coming in from Shenandoah B, and are better there to set it in and put it away for that third goal. 3-1, 3-3-3 remaining in the clock. 3s all across the board, pretty much, it feels like, as MSMU finds themselves down by 2.
It's AdMac, has Snuffles there with him for Mount St. Mary's. Shot can't get on. Gingy with a long clearance, almost on frame. Almost for having that goal number, almost securing goal number 4. Joey, it's still week 1 for us too here. We're still trying to get our words in order.
It's not like we've been counting goals like our whole lives or anything. We're slowly working our way there.
Math was never my strong suit. I'm pretty sure all my professors in college could even comment on that one. 3 to go. Shenandoah up by 2. Romeo in the corner now finding Gingy towards midfield, backtracking onto defense. Picks up full boost in the corner, plays it over 1 player for Mount St. Mary's. The name is Bio, gets the shot off, but it's too high. Now it's AdMac on frame. Gingy's there for the save and the clearance. Now on the side wall, full boost. Looks to play it on. AdMac is there. No chance for Shenandoah for goal 4.
I'm already getting the feeling that AdMac is going to be one to watch this season, John. Regardless if MSMU starts out with a Game 1 win here, he is making some noise, finding some saves, finding some great shots. Definitely a player to keep an eye on so far this season.
Now it's AdMac through midfield. Gets Demo from behind. It's Romeo killing off that offensive chance there. Now it's Shenandoah going on the attack. The ball played into the corner. AdMac is there trying to get that clearance. Jax R. Better just flies underneath the ball, but no worries. Romeo is there, but Snuffles snuffing out that shot from Shenandoah.
Love the play there. I had a feeling it was coming, but AdMac sending another shot in. This one turned away by Romeo, but the aggression still coming out from Mount St. Mary's. They're trying to find a second.
AdMac on the side wall. Gingy is there. The long clearance off target. Now Gingy in the corner. Jax are better, flies in, looking for the centering feed. Snuffles is there. Clears the defensive end for Mount St. Mary's. Now looking for goal number 2. Gingy plays it down. Snuffles in the corner. Jax are better is there. Now it's AdMac. The shot back post high and wide. Snuffles collecting on the opposite end, looking for the centering feed. Gingy with the clearance. Bio's going to have to drop back. Not out of danger yet. Now AdMac with the strong clearance plays the ball into the right corner along the face of the goal. And Gingy able to backtrack on that rotation. Gets the ball off the goal line. They're going up on the side wall now through midfield. It's 1 minute to go here in game 1 of this best of 3 series. Shenandoah B with a 2-goal lead, looking to hold on as Mount St. Mary's is starting to find that offensive pressure. Romeo takes out AdMac with the demo.
Some really strong rotations for the last minute to minute and a half from Shenandoah B, though, continuing to push forward into that final third, continuing to find the passes they need. Not really taking too many shots, but possession can be a huge factor in Rocket League as well.
Jax are better back on defense. Snuffles there, trying to get the shot. Sends it wide. 30 seconds to go. Mount St. Mary's looking for goal number 2. We saw 2 quick goals from Shenandoah B. Can Mount St. Mary's do the same thing to tie it up? They only have 20 seconds to go. The pressure coming on from Shenandoah B. Gingy is there. Romeo as well. AdMac gets the save, looking for the clearance under 10 seconds. And time just not on the side of Mount St. Mary's. Game 1 looking to go in favor of Shenandoah B. Mount St. Mary's will have to recuperate and try again in game number 2. But Joey, the one thing I want to point out here, and I think you mentioned it as the game went on, Mount St. Mary's, that pressure slowly started to build up from them. They started to get their offense going. Those rotations were solid on both ends of the ball, but Mount St. Mary's just really one shot away from great offensive opportunities to possibly try to tie or get closer in game 1. But Shenandoah B really coming out and controlling the game. They didn't look too panicked out there, and our runners up from last year returning that full roster show why they were able to finish at least in second place.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, once they had possession of that ball, passed into that final third, they just continued to pass it around. Whether they're taking shots or not, they were finding the opportunities to keep possession of that ball. In doing so, they were really cutting down the opportunities that Mount St. Mary's ended up getting. They still came out for a nice little debut here for the MAEC in game 1, but they definitely have some questions to answer going into game 2. One of those being, how can we shut down Shenandoah's offense and get more possession time for our own?
Absolutely. Game number 2, just moments away as we wait for the players to load back in to the lobby. Joey, I'm looking to see more growth from Mount St. Mary's here. It's a team that you can see the chemistry is there. It looks like they put in a lot of practice in the off season. Maybe this roster was put together, several months ago, and they've been hitting the sticks, hitting the keyboard and mouse here, back and forth, working on that team chemistry. But we started to see things start to come alive here towards the back end of game number 1. Here in game 2, I'm expecting to see more of the same. I'm expecting to see that chemistry continue to click and things go in their direction on offense. Will they be able to pull up the win against Shenandoah B? Maybe, maybe not, but we're looking for that growth here in week 1. That's going to be Romeo scoring first. 18 seconds in, Shenandoah B starting hot, scoring the opening goal.
Yeah, if you're Mount St. Mary's, that is not the way you're going to start things off, and it's very similar to what we saw in the first matchup of the night, John. Just about 15 seconds in, a goal for the veteran side. This time, Shenandoah B getting the job done. I mean, that's just a tough start. But either way, there's a lot of time left on the clock. Mount St. Mary's can reset here, kind of get things going back in their favor. But for now, Shenandoah B with the aggression.
Now it's AdMac clearing the ball, the defensive end into the corner, as Mount St. Mary's are looking for their first offensive opportunity here in game 2. Snuffles will play it back in. Romeo is there, and Snuffles doing everything he can to play the ball back towards goal. Jax are better, gets the clearance. Gingy now screaming down the side wall. A chance here for Shenandoah to get goal number 2. The ball played high. Jax are better, and several players from Mount St. Mary's go up. They can't make contact with the ball. Now Romeo plays the ball back in. Gingy, the tough angle shot, and it's good for Shenandoah B. Makes it 2-0, 3:52 to go.
Yeah, nice little play there. Gingy coming off the wall. Nice angle. No one in goal to defend it, and just a clean, easy goal there for Shenandoah B. 2-0, 3:52 to go.
Hot start for Shenandoah B, going up against the Rocket League newcomers, Mount St.Mary's University. It's a great chance there. The ball screaming across the face of the goal. Mount St. Mary's just needed a player there to tap it in. Snuffles on the demo will play the ball back in. Jax are better, taking his time in the corner. It's a beautiful play, getting past several defenders from Mount St. Mary's. Now is looking to go on the attack for Shenandoah. Jax are better, looking to play it back down towards back post and in. It's a beautiful aerial play from Jax are better, and it's 3-0 for Shenandoah B.
Already in week one, and we are building a highlight reel. Jax are better going up and dropping it down right over the goalkeeper of Mount St. Mary's, and a Shenandoah B player also there to tap it in if need be. But in the end, Jax are better with credit on the goal. 3-0, 3:22 left to go in game two.
We need to find a way to get player audio on here because I swear he called that shot. He was like, all right, driver's side front tire, down back post and in. 3-0.
So specific. Wow.
Absolutely. I mean, it's Rocket League, and you got to know what part of the car is going to be scoring. Like in this case, I actually missed what part of the car hit it, but it's Shenandoah 4-0 off of Romeo. Backboard play and in. It is going to be the inverted hood tap into the goal. 4-0.
Yeah, I think that might have even had some passenger side tire on it as well, John, but in the end, it does result in a fourth goal. Shenandoah, 3 minutes left to go here, a demanding lead, but Mount St. Mary's are not going to be quiet, John. They're going to find some offense. I'm feeling it. Just as we saw last series, one team getting off to a big lead, that being the veteran team. This is where the younger team starts to change some things up and maybe find some spice to their style.
Passenger side tire. I love it. Jax are better, looking for goal number 5 for Shenandoah B. Instead, it's going to be Romeo with goal number 3. 3 shots, 3 goals. It's a hat trick for Romeo.
Yeah, big demo coming out there from Jax are better to help set that one up. In the end, Romeo getting the tap, finding the goal.
5-0, 2:43 to go in game 2 here in this week 1 matchup of the fall season of the Mid-Atlantic Esports Conference. Shenandoah B reminding everyone why they were able to make it to the grand finals last year as Gingy scores goal number 6 for the orange side at Shenandoah 6. Mount St. Mary's University 0.
Yeah, Shenandoah B just really turning it up. You're seeing that veteran presence click time and time again. And it really just comes down to knowing your teammates. You know how their momentum is going to move throughout the game. You know how to pass to them. You know if they prefer fly balls versus ground balls. You know who's kind of playing what role in an offense as well, or defense as well. In the end, that's just been a huge factor here for Shenandoah, and they're just getting the job done, pushing it forward through and through.
Admac gets the save on the goal line for Mount St. Mary's. The pressure from Shenandoah starting to mount up. They're looking to try to get the ball out of their defensive end. Mount St. Mary's in desperate need for clearance. Romeo's shot goes wide. The name's Bio, able to play the ball off to the side wall, relieves some pressure, but not for long. It's Romeo with goal number 4 of game number 2 for him. 7 overall for Shenandoah B with under 2 to go. This one is becoming a blowout here late in game 2.
Yeah, I think we know the answer to where art thou, Romeo, and the answer is right in front of the goal of Mount St. Mary's. They just continue to put it through. Romeo getting these last couple taps in there and just making it look easy, finding these awesome angles. 7-0 Shenandoah B up. Mount St. Mary's still looking for an answer here in game 2.
Shakespeare would be proud of that reference. Ball played into the corner. Snuffles with the save. Not out of danger yet. Goal number 8, possibly just moments away as Shenandoah is keeping their foot on the accelerator. They are looking for more. The ball is centered. Admac is there looking for the long clearance, plays it into the corner. All played up high, dropping down. Mount St. Mary's has a chance. The name is Bios. His shot goes wide. Now Snuffles will play it back in. Jax are better, couldn't go up. In time to get the ball. Admac misplays the positioning just under the ball. Out into the corner. It's Gingy for Shenandoah B. Under a minute to go here in game number 2. Snuffles, the drop shot. Coming down, it's off target. And the tap in coming from Jax are better. It sneaks across the goal line. It's 8-0. 38 seconds to go. Mount St. Mary's University. Not off to the start they were looking here in game one, but there's still a long way to go in this season. Plenty of time. A lot of practice time in with the teammates here on Mount St. Mary University's team. Get that chemistry rolling. We'll see them bounce back here next week in week 2. Snuffle shot turned aside by Jax are better. Now AdMac plays the ball back in. 5 seconds to go. Ball dropping down. AdMac gets the goal. No shutout for Shenandoah B as Mount St. Mary's University on the board with 4 seconds to go.
Yeah, nice play there from AdMac, pulling one back from Mount St. Mary's. In the end, they do end up being down by 7 with 4 seconds left to go, which is not the greatest position, but finding that goal is huge for momentum moving forward throughout the rest of the season. Sure, this was a rough game. Game 1 went a little bit closer, but in the end, you're still trying to feel each other out. You're still trying to develop that synergy, and a goal can go a long way in kind of getting that confidence moving in the right direction.
Shenandoah B taking game 2, taking the series 2-0. Shenandoah B starting off where they left off last season in the win column. I don't think they're going to be taking anybody by storm this season based upon how well they did last year, especially in the postseason. And after this performance against Mount St. Mary's, I think everyone's on notice. Shenandoah B is back.